what you need to do, and you need to start focusing on who you need to be. See, here's what I want you to do. When you're in a situation that's requiring you to do more of this, ask yourself a simple question. How would my best self view this situation? And I'll tell you the answer. Your best self wouldn't make it about yourself. See, this is what legacy leadership is about. See, you don't have to have confidence in your ability to do these things. What I want you to have confidence in is your ability to figure it out when you're in the situation. And I'll tell you what, if you focus on love and compassion and empathy, that's what you have confidence. You say, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to say, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm confident in that I can be compassionate and I can practice love for this person and they'll know that I'm there for them. And as we do that, we start to figure it out. We start to get better. We show up with a mindset of service. The final thing that I want to really talk to you about is systems. Systems are how you take this concept of boundaries and implement it into your team. And I will tell you, and I've worked with many, many leaders in this profession, this is the biggest missing piece. The number one thing that keeps people stuck, that keeps them from making the shift, what was keeping me stuck, is a lack of systems. And I'll tell you, the only way you will create true freedom in your business is through systems. Some of you have reached high levels in the company through sheer determination and grit. I'm gonna just do it on my own. And you are literally exhausted. You are burned out. You are like, I can't do this anymore. And I'm telling you, systems will set you free. They really, yeah, I'm looking at Emily as I'm saying it. She had amen. But here's the question I want you to ask yourself. Is the culture of your team people or system dependent? Because what I know is people fail, systems don't. And here's the other thing I want you to realize. You want more people to join your team, more consultants? I want you to realize what people are really buying when they join your team. They're buying your system. They're buying your system of taking these amazing life-changing products, getting them into the hands of the end users, and creating passive residual income in the process of doing that. But we forget that. See, network marketing is not so much a sales business. And if all you're doing is just teaching sales strategies, you are dramatically limiting yourself. Because the vast majority of people out there are not sales types. And if you're teaching them sales strategies, they are either going to fail because they're not good, or they are going to resist them and they're not even going to join. So your number one job as a leader is to make sure these are in place. And I want to reinstate that. Your job as a leader, not the company's job to put them in place for you. The company has their role. They will give you tools, but it is your job as a leader to make sure these are in place for your team. Here's why this is so important. Systems create duplication. And duplication over time leads to momentum. And momentum, I define momentum as a lot of new people joining your team and seeing results. Excited. How many people would like that? Excited people joining, seeing results. That's momentum. Now, there's three types of momentum, and it's important that you understand the difference. Number one is personal momentum. Number two is company. Number three is team. Personal momentum is when things are working for you. Personal momentum is the starting point. But I got news for you. If it's only working for you and it's not working for your team, it ain't working. Company momentum. Now, I want to have a conversation around this. This is very relevant for all of you in this room right now. It is really important that you do not take any success that you achieve as a result of company momentum for granted. And you all have been in major company momentum. And it's very easy as a leader, when things are just going well, to say, okay, that's why. Or I'm why. But then here's the reality of business. Company momentum doesn't last forever. A natural business cycle is growth, slight plateau, even sometimes slight decline, getting ready, catching up for the next growth cycle. And what I see happen so much is leaders that are in company momentum, they don't do the hard work of building a solid foundation through a systematic approach. When the company momentum starts to slow, they freak out. Because they finally realize, I didn't prepare my team for long-term growth. And here's what's so great. Company momentum can begin to slow, but if you've built a solid foundation of systems, your team momentum can sustain it. And that's really what I want to help you start to understand, is this is what systems do. This is what systems do. Now, in my experience, here's what I found. There are key areas of your business where you must have systems. Here are the 5 areas that I think are most important. One is prospecting. You must have a clearly defined process for acquiring new customers and bringing new people onto your team. Number 2 is you must have some sort of a standardized way to share the Plexus opportunity. If your training is like, hey, somebody's interested in the business, and you say, great, go explain it to them, that's not a system. Well, what do you say? Well, just explain it. I'm like, no, I don't know what that means. That's people dependent. You need a system for onboarding and new rep training. Now, I will tell you, in all of my experience, this is the number 1 place where I see it go wrong for people. Onboarding is the biggest area where duplication breaks down. What do? We get a new person, we completely overwhelm them with too much information. You need a very clearly defined, simple way for someone to get in, get excited, and get out there and take action. See, but what do? When we join, over time, we accumulate all this knowledge. And we bring someone new into the business, and then we forget that when we joined, we only knew like this much of what we know today. But we still joined. We didn't need to know everything. But then what do? They join, and we want to download everything we've ever learned in this business into their heads in their first 30 days, and we wonder why they get overwhelmed. So we must learn how to simplify that part. We need a system for leadership development. Who do you work with? How do you determine someone's the right person? And once you have that person, how are you working with them? What are you doing? There's got to be a system for that. And then recognition. Number 1 reason why people